Are we ready? Glasses on. You look cute with them on.
I just can't see because I've got progressives, so.
Oh, but can you see if you take them off?
No, so it's okay.
So you can't see anything anyway.
So I can only see this when I do this. Oh. So I just won't even bother looking at myself, whatever. I'll rely on.
Okay, ready? Okay. What day of the week is it?
Thursday.
It's Thursday.
October 5? 6?
6th, okay. Happy Thursday, Flosstube. Hello, crafty friends. How's everybody doing today? My name is Caroline, and this is my friend, Kerri
From Roxy Floss Co.
Roxy Floss Co. There she is. Here she is. We're here today to do a Flosstube video together. And this is episode 1 of...
Oh, wow.
Do you wanna let them know the name of our Flosstube?
I would love to if I remembered our conversation from yesterday.
Our Flosstube is called
Between Two Whips.
Between Two Whips. There you go.
And if you know, you know. Fern 1, Fern 2.
There you go. So yeah, it's been a long time coming that I've wanted to have a space where we could do this together. And we've recently, Evertote has recently moved into the main floor, some of the main floor of the workshop space that I'm in.
In addition to
the upstairs. And Kerri has moved into the basement.
I officially have a dye space that is not my garage or my laundry room.
Ta-da!
Yeah. So,
and it's really nice. It's really nice to have you here.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
It's been really fun. I don't make her stay in the basement. Occasionally she can come up for, you know, snacks and things.
And tea.
And tea. So it's been really nice.
If I'm feeling lonely.
Yeah, yeah. So it's been really cool, and actually I've snuck down a few times and I've been able to see a little bit of the process that Kerri's been doing downstairs, and it's really fun. So yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that's great. I know. So now that we have this space, what we'd like to do is every couple of weeks, we're gonna record a Flosstube update, the two of us, on the workshop channel. So if you're new here, if you're watching this video for the first time, Between Two Whips is not going to have its own YouTube channel. It's going to be part of the Evertote Notes from the Workshop channel. So if you subscribe to this channel, every couple of weeks we will upload a Flosstube video, but just so you know, there will be several other videos peppered throughout the week that are usually just me, and they're usually me just showing off things that are happening in the shop. Shop updates, new bags, Hearthside Craftworks, progress, things like that. Lots of floss. Always lots of floss.
Yeah.
So, and usually, mostly sometimes Tuesdays, there's a giveaway. Last week it was Thursday. I haven't picked the winner yet. It's already Thursday and I haven't picked a winner yet. So I have a feeling I'll probably do that next week. So if you haven't entered the giveaway from last week, it's still open. Okay, so actually I did all the talking at the beginning because I have very little stitching to share with you today. It's been very busy. It's been really busy at the workshop for Evertote. Yeah. We've been getting all the holiday countdown boxes ready to go. So I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a little bit, because Kerri has a lot of stitching to share with you. So most of the Flosstube stitching kind of stuff is going to be you.
So I'm pretty good at taking a project to 60 or 70% and then abandoning it. So you will recognize a theme. There are a couple of finishes, but I don't know, where do you want to start?
Well, do you want to start with the whips oldest and then go to finishes?
Okay.
Or do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll start with the oldest.
Okay. Now, I have to laugh when you say oldest, because it's like your oldest and my oldest. We have different.
So was this we're in 22 now. This was the 2021 Sal.
That was the 2021 mystery stitch along from Jacob of Modern Folk Embroidery.
Yeah.
The Fruit of Plenty.
So I got it to, I kept up with it until May.
In 2021.
2021.
Right.
And then it went by the wayside. So May 2022 came around and I thought, oh, I'm just going to pick up and just pretend it's still 2021. And that lasted for 1.5 months. So this is where I am.
Oh, it's beautiful.
What do you want that? Whiteboards or something.
Look at that. Oh, Kerri, it's gorgeous.
So this is on 36 count XJuDesign linen that Caroline bought me.
Yeah, it's the old linen colorway. And I'm I'm stitching my same piece on the 40 count version of the same linen. Jukas is a fabric dyer from Hungary. And she's got an Etsy shop. You can find her. I'll leave a link in the drop down box below. She has lovely stuff.
So I'm quite pleased with this. It's over 1. No, it's not. It's 1 thread over 2.
1 thread over 2.
I'll get it. Bear with me. And it's in Leon Roxy Floss Co. Antique Wedding Dress.
There you go. Isn't it? It's beautiful.
I really like it. It's very delicate.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That ecru on the gray is really nice. And I know that you had said, because we were debating the count, and I said, oh, that's 36, and you said, oh, well, no wonder I'm not thrilled with the coverage or something like that.
Yeah.
But I think that when when you step back from it and you look at it, do you want to see your backside? You can see your backside if you want.
Goodness.
Look, see how neat it's, I mean, look, it looks just like the front side pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's lovely and tiled.
It's not too bad.
No, it's beautiful.
So I'm pleased.
So when you take it and you step back,
yeah,
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that coverage.
No, it's true.
It's beautiful. It looks like lace.
It is very delicate looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
And I guess once it's framed, sorry, Caroline,
that's
I just
okay.
hit your arm. Once it's framed and we have that, that foam
backing
behind it.
Oh yeah,
it'll be all right.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
When it's framed. If it's framed.
It's fine. Turn it into a big pillow. It's lovely. So yeah, you should get back to it.
Well, I should.
I know. I'm not one to talk.
I do have finishes. Like I did finish up.
Kerri actually finishes more than I do. A lot more.
Like, and I have been fairly monogamous stitcher lately, but then I get to about week 5 and it's like, okay, this has to go away for a bit.
And you do tend to do that. You'll sort of focus more on one project and then
So
that one's actually finished.
Oh, that is
right?
finished.
That's
Thank
finished.
you.
Yeah.
So this would be my next longest. So this was for Laura's from
Brendan, the serial starter.
This was her birthday Sal from January 2022.
Yep, this year.
And I'd like to say that she's nowhere near where I am. Laura.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. So, the great thing about dyeing stuff is that you tend to keep all the bad stuff in your own collection. So this started out as a 46 count piece of porcelain. 46. It started out as 46. And then in the dyeing process, I absolutely abused it. And
it shrunk a lot.
Yeah, it's like a 50 or a 52 maybe. So this is Elizabeth Eyles. I'm sure 17 something or other.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either. And again in Roxy Floss Co.
Wow. Wow.
And I just love it. Look,
just bring it a little closer. Look at the colors in there.
Look at that bird.
Gorgeous. And that blue. Your lettering.
Thank you. Now, we
beautiful.
should say that.
Oh yeah, Ymir.
Conversion.
Ymir almond M&Ms. Her silk skin conversion floss pack. I received one last year. I received 2, and I gave one to Kerri. And that's what you're using for your angels, your cherubs.
And there was something funky in the chart that the faces were charted a different color than the arms.
Yes.
And I brought it to Caroline.
Are they wearing a sweater?
Yeah,
or are they...
and I think there's one here that I haven't corrected yet. Yeah. That one. And it was like, yeah, are they wearing a t-shirt over a long sleeve?
So her arms are orange. And her face there, yeah, see, ooh, my tummy just grumbled.
Okay, good.
Yep.
So, so from there on in, I did it correctly.
Arms to match.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that's both stitching.
Beautiful. But yeah, you should totally finish this one. I remember you were so excited to get to the bird.
I was so excited to get to the bird.
Yeah. She was doing the border, you know, like eating your vegetables. She says, I'm stitching the border, and then she says, forget it, I gotta stitch the bird.
Yeah. Yeah, the bird's amazing.
Yeah.
I think I posted this on Instagram at one time, but when I first started stitching and kind of made that jump from fun stitching to like sampler historical stitching. I don't know what I'm calling it. Don't mind me.
They'll know what you mean.
Yeah. So now I've lost my train of thought. Oh, okay. Right. I said to myself, you're only going to stitch samplers that have birds and or flowers in them. That went off the rails.
Birds or flowers. That's all of them.
Yeah.
That's all of them.
Anyways. Okay. Did we say what the linen is? Because it started out as porcelain, but then I overdyed it. And
yes.
Many things happened to that linen.
That is a one-of-a-kind special.
Yeah. Okay.
This is porcelain.
Yeah. So this next one is also modern folk embroidery.
Song of the Nightingale.
Thank you. I was going to call it Mockingjay. Because that's almost close.
Yeah. No, Song of the Nightingale.
And
can I show mine first?
Yes, of course.
Because Kerri has way more done on hers. So I'm going to show you mine first, okay? Now mine is on my frame, and I'll tell you why it's on my frame after we've talked about the stitching. So, I know, and I'll try not to hit Kerri in the face with this massive thing here. So there's mine. I know, isn't it?
I love it.
It's gorgeous.
I love that center
medallion. It is gorgeous. So this is Song of the Nightingale by Jacob of Modern Folk Embroidery, and he charted this for Kerri's linen and floss. So the darkest blue is just navy, and the lighter blue is Delft, and the ochre color is ochre. And that linen, I'm stitching mine on a piece of 46 count, 46 count porcelain, 1 strand of floss over 2. And I have this on, this is an Omnic frame, tension frame, and these are adjustable brackets that were, they're for the Hearthside Craftworks frame, and I'm kind of test driving them out. So again, that's why I'll tell you a little bit about that later. But yeah, this is, so yeah, my understanding is that Omnic, I should show you the side that actually has the name on it, shouldn't I? Where is it? There it is, yeah. Again, try not to smell. So that's how you spell it. It's O-M-A-N-I-K. And I believe it is a very similar, yeah, it's very similar construction to the Millennium frames, but I think that it's less expensive. It's a less expensive version and more readily available. I know the Millennium frames are very, very difficult to get your hands on, but I gather that they're well worth the money. So, but I've never used one. I don't have any experience of it. But I do know that if you're a stitcher who likes scroll rods, but you're it's a tension thing. How taut do you like your fabric, right? So I'm fairly happy with I'm not overly fussy with a fabric that's really taut when I'm stitching. But these really give you like a very, very, almost like, not, I wouldn't say it's like a drum, but it's quite a bit more tight than just using the scroll rod. So yeah, so anyways, that's my progress.
That'd be the backside.
Ta-da! No, it's not. You're looking at the backside.
Oh, you stitch on that side.
I do actually, and it's funny that you brought.
Tricky.
I usually get questions about that, so it's good that you asked. So yeah, I stitch what's known as stitching in the ditch or in the well, with the back side of my fabric flat against the back of the thing, right? So this is the front of my project. I do the same thing with Q-snaps. The reason for that is that it always keeps the stitching is always rolled up on the inside. So it keeps it clean. And also, it's a lot easier to end your threads at the back to sew your needle in flat at the back if this is, it just gives you a lot more surface area when it's against here and not trying to dig it inside near the rods. That's why. So yeah, same with Q-snaps. I'm often asked, why is your stitching backwards? So now you can see Kerri's.
And mine's on a 40?
Yours is 40.
Okay, because I don't see a huge difference on that medallion, but... Oh yeah, I guess it is. Okay.
There should be about a 1 inch difference of like when it's done, yours will be 1 inch bigger.
Oh, all right.
Right? So it's not a ton.
It isn't a ton, no.
It's not a ton.
So mine is also on porcelain.
Yeah.
40 count.
40 count.
And a little bit further along.
A little bit. Quite a bit.
But man, there's a lot of stitching.
There is a lot of stitching.
It's really deceptive.
That is easy stitching where you're stitching the background and the design is unstitched. It's
right.
There's a lot. But yeah. I mean, it's such a beautiful like technique. It really creates such a beautiful finished project. Like the fact that the bird is an outline, gorgeous.
I don't talk to Jacob a lot, but I think I did ask him if his ears were burning one night while I was stitching this, when I realized just how much stitching it was. But it's so fantastic. And for just the 3 colors, it's stunning.
I know. So this actually started as a singular color design. When I was talking about this chart with Jacob, this design came about the same time that he designed Isabella's heart. But then he decided he was not happier with, but Isabella's heart is the one that he went with at the time with the kit that we launched back in January. And this one sort of, well, I'm gonna say it, he forgot about it, but I didn't forget about it because it's such a beautiful design. And so when I finished Isabella's heart, it was such a fun stitch. Like the 3 color designs, it was fairly simple stitching, just beautiful colors, but only 3 colors. And I finished it and I was kind of itching for another 3 color design. And so I asked Jacob, I said, do you think you could do another 3 color design? And I said, do you remember that other design that you did? And he said, oh yeah. And it was a single color. I said, why don't you try, changing it up and see. And he had it like within 5 minutes, he had completely reimagined it. And it went through a couple of versions. Like he changed where he had the light and the dark. And then he kind of, he swapped them. So there were 3 versions that he'd come up with. Sort of like he's done with the newest chart, the Here Be Dragons. Have you seen that one?
Oh yeah.
And so he shows you how the different ways that you can stitch it, right? So light floss on a dark fabric, dark floss on a light fabric. And he's just, the way his brain works is amazing. Yeah. And the way, how quickly he can just reimagine how something is gonna look is incredible.
Because the dragons one is a negative stitch as well, right? Yeah. So I guess you could stitch the positive of it.
Yes.
And make it a little
and he
less
actually
intense.
He does include that as a photo.
He doesn't need me.
No, he can do it all on his own.
Here. Imagine that.
Do you want to show the difference between the 40 count and the 46 count? I know I don't have as much done as Kerri, but I think you can kind of tell the difference in size. Maybe
if I can. Does that help at all?
Can you see it? So you can see my triangle down at the bottom there. See how small my triangle is compared to Kerri's triangles. Yeah. It's quite a bit different.
Yeah, it is actually.
Yeah. Why don't, you know what? I'll flip mine around. That might be better because yours is at the top. You know what I mean?
You're messing me up with
Sorry. There. There you can see the point
Yeah.
of the top of the triangle there.
That's true.
That's a little more clear. That's amazing, actually. That's a pretty good visual of the difference.
Yeah.
And that's just the difference between 40 and 46. Amazing. Cool.
Well, I know with the Elizabeth Eyles at Stitch North, seeing other people's projects that perhaps they did it on 32 or 36 and mine being 50-ish.
Yeah.
Mine's tiny.
Yes.
Tiny, tiny.
It is. It's so cool. I'm about to start a new project on 28. And I'm excited about that because I like it for different reasons. It gives you a totally different feel. It's a Beth Twist chart called Hibernation Day. And I'm taking it to England. We're headed to the Stitches in London retreat. We're going from the little London and we're gonna fly over the pond to the big London, and we're gonna go to the Stitches in London that's hosted by Marie of Stitches and Diamonds.
Yeah.
And that is like less than a week away. One week from now, we're going to be there.
And very tired at this point.
Yeah. Yes, we're gonna be there and we're gonna be very tired.
Yeah.
So, and Lori Sykes is going as well. We're meeting her. Her flight gets in a little later than ours.
Yeah, three or 3.5 hours maybe.
Lori has a YouTube channel as well. It's My Crazy Life, and I'll link to her below. If you haven't met Lori before, she's a hoot, and she's just a lot of fun. And so she gets in a little bit after us, and we're gonna meet up and then head out to the hotel for the retreat together. So
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a caffeine-fueled day.
So we both have new starts planned.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
All right, so my husband and I celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary back in June.
Congratulations.
Thanks. And I thought, well, what am I gonna give him? So I thought I'd stitch something. I believe this is called Token of Love.
I think so.
Token
It's a
of
modern folk embroidery chart. I will look it up and I will leave a link to the chart in the drop-down box below. It's not one that we carry at Evertote yet because I love it. I know I want to stitch it too. But you can definitely get the PDF on Jacob's shop.
And I believe this is 36.
I think so too. Yeah.
And I used Ochre and Vixen, correct? And I wanted some pretty bold coverage, so I did two strands over 2.
Look at that.
And I even charted some stuff.
Yes.
So
I'll hold it up nice and close and then you can tell them what it is.
I think, I believe there was like the
dates.
number. Yeah, there was after the lowercase alphabet, after Z. There was 0 through 9, the numbers. And so I thought, okay, that would be a good spot to actually put our dates in, our anniversary date.
Yes, plural. Plural.
And then I put our initials up at the top, above that top band.
They had 2 weddings.
We did have 2 weddings.
Your mare. Ooh.
We ended up having a civil service, civil ceremony on the Friday night, and then we had a religious ceremony the next day on the Saturday, and our family who attended on Saturday were none the wiser. So we always joke that our anniversary is the 6th and the 7th of June.
It's beautiful. So those colors again are Vixen and Ochre. That's a beautiful combination, those two. They look
Thank
great.
you. Yeah, I was gonna put, I believe I was gonna put Darkest Sage in there as well, but it didn't need it.
Yeah.
I thought it was
no, just
perfect,
those
like
two.
that.
It's beautiful. Oh, look at another finish.
Another finish.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Again, it needs to be framed, but
Yeah, gorgeous.
thank you.
I love the variegation in Vixen. It's really, really pretty.
Yeah, I think that's probably why I didn't put the third color in, because I think it would have drawn, taken away from that.
And that's not a huge piece. Like, I think that would be a perfect wedding gift. Like if you were stitching for a special friend or, you know,
like it was literally
someone you like who's getting married.
For 4 evenings.
Yeah, 4 evenings.
It was good. All those little wee letters, they go quick. There's like 10 stitches in each letter.
I know. I just get easily distracted. I spend too much time checking groups and things, right? Like I remember that, oh, the Facebook group's doing this, or I want to check in and see what so-and-so's doing, and I know.
I don't have that problem. Oh, did you want to say something else? Did you want to break up my excessive talking?
I just made a foul face at you.
I didn't.
No, you missed it. Oh yeah, we're gonna tell them about that.
Yeah, we're gonna do this first?
Yeah, do that first.
So this was my COVID stitch. I did this the week that I was laid up with COVID back in April. And it's actually framed.
It's beautiful. This is amazing.
I think this is probably another one-of-a-kind linen.
Yep.
Another one-of-a-kind linen.
She does that.
I do this. Oh, and guess what?
What?
I have no idea what this chart is. It's
it's French.
Yeah, here, just a second. I can look up.
And it has birds. Yeah. We had to take a little break there. We had to figure out a few things here. So we're back. You know the name of the pattern now?
I do. I may butcher it. It's Couleur Tourterelle. Is that correct? Couleur Tourterelle.
Tourterelle. Yeah,
I think so.
Couleur Tourterelle.
And it's Hortense de Frocourt.
You'd never know I spent a few years in French immersion, because the further away I get from grade 7, 8, 9, the worse my pronunciation is.
Yeah, I think the name of the chart is Hortense de Frocourt, 1887.
Yep.
I'm not going to attempt.
You're not going to do that in French?
No.
Okay.
Wheat, set. I know that's not how you actually say it, but.
18.
18?
No, it's mil. You got to get the 1,000 in there.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Bad Canadians.
Do you want to show them? Show them.
Yes, sorry.
There you go.
Here we go.
Ta-da!
FFO. I'm thinking it's probably 40 or 46, probably 40, because it's one thread over 2. And I did this in Pippy and Bellini.
Bellini. It is beautiful.
I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, Pippy's the darker color and Bellini's the lighter color.
And I love the frame. The frame really adds to the design.
Sets it off.
And I didn't bother correcting her little errors up in the alphabet. A, B, C, D, F, F.
Oh, yeah.
I kept that.
Oh, that's charming.
Yeah, I like it. Anyway, so that's that.
I love that.
Oh, I keep knocking the table.
I know this camera, the table's a little wobbly, and so you've probably noticed the camera is also a little bit wobbly. Do you want to just bring up the name of the, because I am never going to be able to find that. So I'm just going to can you show them yeah.
Okay.
Then they'll get
giving anything away there. How does that work? I don't know.
We can
get it nice and tight.
There. Okay, so there you go. Couleur Tourterelle. You can see the spelling of it there at the top. There it is. Okay, so pause your screen so you can write it down, and there's the name of it at the bottom.
And I believe it's published.
Is there any other look? Can you see that
copy?
Tiny information down there? Let's see if we can figure out more of the information here.
It's
yeah, published by Creative Poppy. So you're going to find it on www.creativepoppypatterns.com.
And
wow.
After I finished it, I said to Caroline, I think frou-frou letters are my jam. I love frou-frou letters.
It's gorgeous.
But I want to show,
really beautiful.
I want to show the, thanks, good notes.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, good notes. I want to show the original, if I can get it without giving away too much. Oh.
I'm making
highlighter marks.
You're still doing it. There you go. Oh yeah, that's the original?
Yeah, it's such an
Wow.
oddball,
Yeah.
an oddball peachy, coral, tangerine color. I don't think it's very popular. I don't think you see too many samplers like that.
No, it's unique.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Your finish is like beautiful.
Thank you.
Do you stop and admire it when you walk
I
past
do.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing like a little gallery wall going up my stairs, and
Yeah,
sometimes I just admire it.
Gorgeous.
So that's that. That's it for whips, FOs, and FFOs. However, that's not all.
That's not all.
That's not all. So
we have plans.
So a while ago, Caroline asked me to look at a huge catalog of charts that struck a chord with me.
Yeah, so we'll bring in charts from a distributor, and I said, you know, you should choose some that you really like that are maybe a little bit older that we could breathe some new life into with a Roxy Floss co-conversion, because you know, designers, and I think that you probably find this with knitwear as well, that there's so much, there are so many beautiful patterns that just because they're 10-15 years old, you know, doesn't mean that we can't still love them today. And a lot of people already have these charts in their stash, and maybe they have forgotten they have them, and so yeah.
So I said to Caroline, I really like this one, and I sent her a screenshot, and her response was, oh.
So Kerri picked a chart that she absolutely loved the design, but she wanted to reimagine it in a softer palette.
Yes. So this is the chart. It's Rosewood Manor, Turkish Delight. Is that focusing on that?
There.
I can't really see. I'm not focused.
If I move my face, then it does.
If I move mine?
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. See, you were always teasing me about how much trouble I had with things focusing, and now you know.
So I started exploring this more, and I pulled the colors, and I thought it was a beautiful palette. So I thought, well, what if we took that palette and put it, like, it's quite a modern, I think it's quite modern. And I think it's Karen's linen choice that has made it, to me, it reads very modern.
Yeah.
I thought, well, what if we antique it a bit? So, this is the palette that we chose.
So Kerri's already converted the floss. She took Karen Kluba's floss list, and she's chosen complementary colors in her own floss line. And I should be really upfront. This isn't in the shop. This is not, this is something that Kerri's working on.
Yeah.
We're hoping by the end of this month we'll have it ready to go. Because she hasn't even
I'm bringing this to Stitch
This
London.
is Kerri's new start.
So
look at those colors. Yeah. Your bright is high. Look at that.
There we go.
Look at that. Oh, it's
I just love all
beautiful. Yeah.
Watery.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. And then we're gonna shake it up a bit, sorry. And we're gonna put it on, guess what?
Panettone.
Just because it's a
Everything
chameleon.
looks good on Panettone.
Yeah.
And I still don't have it listed as yardage in the shop. It's coming. We're actually going to be doing a huge shop update at the end of this month. October, I wrote it down. I wanted to get it right. 26th?
Yeah. The Wednesday, right?
Yeah. October 26th, around 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have a huge shop update online because we have a lot of linens. We've got a lot of stuff that hasn't been listed yet, and we haven't had time. It's Canadian Thanksgiving weekend coming up. It is a very busy weekend, and so I also have a new start planned for this weekend, but then we're leaving for England next week. So there wasn't a lot of time to do any kind of, to update the shop with the new linens that we have. So that's why you're not going to be able to find Panettone or anything. We've got it listed in a couple of conversions, but it's not as yardage yet. But look at this.
Yeah, I am so excited about this.
It's gorgeous. Beautiful. So Turkish Delight, it's coming.
Yeah. And I'm hoping that we can
and we'll show progress. I'll post progress photos on, well, Kerri's got her own Instagram. You can find her at Leo and Roxy Floss Co. And also at Evertotes. We're gonna be posting stories and stuff while we're away, because I don't think we'll have time to do a YouTube video, but we'll be posting some fun stuff from the trip, and yeah, it's gonna be really fun.
So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah.
And why not start something new instead of finish something?
Why not? What? I know. So I am going to be starting Hibernation Day by Beth Twist. I've already got my floss picked out, and I'm also using Panettone.
We do have other colors of linen.
We do have lots of other colors. Porcelain, for example. Yeah, mine's maybe a 28 count, because I don't need to take a frame with me. I can stitch in hand.
Right.
So how are you gonna?
I don't know. I would need magnification if I tried stitching on 8 count Ada. Like,
so, okay. So what are, like, you're taking, this is 40 count.
yes.
Are you taking a frame? Are you taking a Q-snap?
I'm either gonna take a Q-snap or a hoop.
Okay.
I have my Lowry table clamp clamp thingy. It's a little bit it's a little bit heavy.
Yeah.
So I'll see what other things I want to sacrifice in order. It's right now it's like my hair dryer or
the Lowry clamp.
Or the Lowry clamp.
I think the Lowry clamp
probably.
Yeah.
And then I've got a clip-on magnifier. I have to stitch with magnification.
Yeah.
Because my eyes don't work together.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, most of us are the same, right?
Yeah.
I have to take my glasses off to magnify my stitching.
Yeah.
So
I would love to master that.
Yeah.
I love hand sewing.
yeah.
I love hand sewing, so I don't know why.
It's just a bit of practice.
Yeah.
That's all it is for stitching in hand. It's just a little bit of practice.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Struggling with the biggest too.
Okay. Here, Luna's tail wagging. Kerri's daughter just arrived, and Luna is very excited.
Bonkers.
Her tail is very powerful. Okay, so I think that was all we had for today for Flosstube episode 1 of Between Two Whips. So yeah,
Hope it wasn't too
actually no, it's not. I'm fibbing. I was going to tell you all about these things here. So I'll be brief, I promise, because basically Hearthside Craftworks, if you don't know, it was a small business in Calgary, Alberta that my husband John and I recently purchased, and they are a floor frame and lap frame manufacturer. They were made by a man, John Wilkes, who created the design. There's a flip frame technology where you can, just by touching it, it flips to the back, so you don't have to touch any knobs or anything.
Amazing.
Yeah, they're amazing. They're like the Ferrari of cross stitch stands. So my husband John we have an entire woodworking workshop in our garage. He's now manufacturing the stands. I'll have other videos that are more about just Hearthside, but I just wanted to tell you about these guys and why I had them on it, because I've been test driving. This is why I don't have a lot of stitching done. We've been test driving both the large adjustable brackets and the staining process for the stands. So here, I'm very pleased to show you that. I know it doesn't look like much, does it? But actually, this is very exciting. This is one of the feet for the Mark II floor frame. My husband made it. And I talk about my friends Kathy and Neil all the time. They used to own my local needlework shop, Thread and I. Well, Neil had a framing business in the shop for many years, and so he's really interested in woodworking and staining and all of that kind of stuff. And so he's been working really closely with John on the staining process for the stands themselves, and they've come up with, it is perfect. These things are smooth like silk, and the finish on them is beautiful. It's a water-based stain, so non-toxic for the work that needs to be done, and the color I just think is beautiful. So this is the color they're going to be. That's finished.
And the feel,
yeah, right?
It's like a beautiful satin finish.
Yeah.
I wish you could feel it.
Wish you could feel it through the skin.
Yeah,
it's
lovely.
beautiful.
A real as an amateur wood refinisher.
Yeah.
An outstanding job.
Just like silk. It's so smooth.
Beautiful.
And so this is why these things take so much time, because we have to make sure that the product that we're putting out is worthy of, you know, John and Helen Wilkes started this business, and there's a reason why they have such a good reputation, because the products are amazing. So these, you can tell this one, these don't have the finish on them yet, but I was too impatient to use them, so they're unfinished. And I've been test driving the large adjustable brackets that fit over the Millennium or the Omnic frames, and then you screw the ends into the flip frame mechanism on the Mark II floor frame, so that you can use the same technology, flip frame technology, to get to the back of your work without removing your frame. They're pretty cool. I still want to work with them a little bit longer before, you know, I've got the rest of the month. Anyways, more on Hearthside in another video. There's just too much to say, too much to talk about. We sent out an email on Monday. If you would like more information, feel free to email me, caroline@evertote.ca, and I can send you that. I can copy and paste that email that we just sent out. We've got our basic price list is ready to go. We have not started taking pre-orders yet, because we're just not ready to start shipping out. But we do have a wait list. We have a wait list already. So if you know already, you've heard of the stand, you know you want one, then now is kind of the time to let us know. Because they are all made by hand. Every single piece is made by hand by my husband. Every single piece. And there's a lot of pieces that go into these. Like these little adjustable brackets are like, they're all those little pieces in there are made by hand and fit together, and it's amazing. So I will do a video tour of his workshop soon.
That'd be great.
So I can show you all of his tools and everything that he's got going on. There's a lot of power tools in our garage. I mean, it's set up like it's set up properly, but it's amazing. So yeah, there you go.
Excellent.
Yeah. So shop update. Oh, Christmas open house.
Yeah.
We're gonna have 2 Christmas open houses. See, I said we were done, and we're really not done. So I'll be quick. We're gonna have our very first Evertote open house, November the 4th. It's a Friday. It's gonna be from 3 in the afternoon until 8 p.m. And we'd love to extend an invitation if you'd like to come. We have a very small space at the front that we'll be setting up as a showroom, where we'll have lots of floss and linens and project bags and charts, all kinds of goodies.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Yeah. November 4th. We're gonna have 2.
November 4th?
November 4th.
Okay, I think you said December 4th.
No. Oh, did I? Oh,
I think,
sorry.
I think maybe you did.
November 4th is gonna be the first one. And actually we're combining it with releasing the Evertote holiday collaboration with Bart.
Right.
Park Hopper Bart is doing our Christmas chart this year. And so that's November 4th. Yeah, there you go.
Excellent.
Okay. So that's it. Did you want to, I blah, blah, blah. Did you want to say anything else?
No.
I kind of took over there at the end.
No, I'm
Sorry.
good.
Okay.
I'm good. Thank you.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
I am absolutely sure.
All right. Well, thank you. Thanks for stopping by. I always feel funny. You're supposed to say, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I feel like I'm too old to say that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Check out the box below. Thank you for visiting.
Thanks for having me on episode number 1.
Episode number 1 is in the books.
I might be fired. I might not be here episode number 2.
We're just a couple of clowns leading each other around. We're good. We're good. So
good.
We'll see you, and we'll see you in England.
Yeah. Fun. Take care, everyone.
Happy stitching.